Hello everyone. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. Getting ready for Grand Arena to pop again here in a couple days. Really hoping that we're going back to the normal schedule with sign up on Monday. I gotta admit I wasn't a big fan of the 1 day early thing. It messed up my streaming schedule and it's kind of annoying, but I think they've said they're going back to the old schedule. I hope that's the case. What do you guys think? Do you like the old schedule or the new schedule? Also, happy birthday to David Dutro in the channel. Says it's my birthday. Got a Darth Loquitur chill stream, hitting 85 when energy refreshes, and finishing the Geo Brood Alpha farm. That's a pretty good day. That's a lot of stuff. Dami P says, long live the Empire. I like your chill streams. Old schedule for the win. All right. Placebo fan 1985. Nice. Not a Nabokov fan. This is a placebo fan. All right. Well, I've got some arena climbs to do. Both fleet and character. Both accounts. So, suppose we can mess around with that a little bit today. Just to have something to do while you guys start to ask some questions. Alright, we got clones here, we've got Jedi here, Padme. Let's see what else we've got over here. This is an interesting team. We got Darth Revan, Bastila Shan, a bunch of stuff. I'm faster than that. This Vader's really fast, I think. Nope, 200. What? 200? That doesn't seem right. That doesn't even seem right. Alright, then we can go over here. That should be easily doable, right? I've been climbing on fleet or on squad arena with my troopers over here. And that's been pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. They're doing better than my Padme team does, which I understand the Padme team's not Relic and whatnot, but still I wouldn't have thought that the troopers would be better at holding defensively than the Padme team, but they do okay. They hold their own. Of course, we're down here between 100 and 200, so not terribly high ranked in the squad arena yet. Figure we'll get there. Once we get that Sith Eternal Emperor going, that'll change things for us. Oh, we got a Kenobi over here. I've not fought a Kenobi yet at all, ever. So you guys can witness the first Kenobi battle that I ever fight. That should be fun. I wonder if we'll win. I think it must not be too hard, though, right? We could probably just link the Galactic Legend and the main damage dealer and just do our thing with Sith Eternal. I would hope, and we'll see. We shall see. Alright, let's put this onto the Emperor. Alright. And then let's link. I guess we gotta link this Kenobi. I feel like we've gotta link gas. Maybe Kenobi does more damage than gas. I don't know for sure, but that's the way we're going to try it. Alright, watt down. Let's get back a little bit of protection on this Kylo. Put this over on Sith Eternal. Then we're just going to put it in auto and see what happens. See if they get the high ground and cut C in half, or how that's going to work. My tanks are doing good so far. They haven't even gotten through the tanks yet. Uh-oh, they've got the high ground. Kylo's going down. We got the ult. Alright, and now we nuke down the couple guys. We'll link him with the... well, I guess we'll link with Yoda, that's fine. I thought I clicked Ahsoka fast enough, but maybe not. Alright. Everybody's down. Just the Emperor by himself, solo Emperor. It's such a surprise. This never happens in this comp. Oh wait, it's exactly what happens every time in this comp. Never mind. Just kidding. Alright. Victory. That was pretty interesting. Seems like we got that one in the bag. Alright, let's see if we got any more chat going on over here. Actually, I probably better just do ships and then look at chat. Alright, we've got Topher over here. I feel like we can do that. We got our Grand Moff Tarkin. Alright, let's take a look at the chat. Deploy the likes and the garrison. TK says, DL, I suck at fleets again. I can barely hold the 7th spot. HB to 6-star. Need my malevolence. Have you relicked anything yet? Have you relicked the Sunfac? Because if you're struggling and you don't have a relic Sunfac, when you're going the Malevolence fleet, relicking the Sunfac can be a big deal. So I don't know if you want to commit that many resources to that character, but that can be a winning thing, because he tanks a ton more damage once you get him to relic level. Alright, let's get buff immunity onto this Houndstooth here. Alright. Easy, easy, easy. Now we take this shuttle, mass assist, get that out of here. So I do have the negotiator fleet, you know, the 5-star negotiator, but for the fleet climb, it's this Geo fleet still works really slick for the climb. It's fast. I like fast. All right. Lawrence Cantwell says, greetings from Ireland. I'm a big fan of your videos. I often miss your live stream, so it's great to be here. Yeah, if we get back on the regular schedule, I'll try to do one stream a week on at 11 o'clock on Saturdays. That gets me a better time slot for some of the people that want to check in from over in Europe. So we'll try to do at least one of those a week. And if they go back to the old schedule, we'll try to do one on Sunday. So, you know, we'll try to keep that schedule. All right, ships in fleet. Let's see what we got here. So I'll just talk a second about my first order fleet. So For anybody who hasn't watched me use First Order Fleet before, I always use this SF TIE Bomber. The capital ship gives us the ability to have our reinforcement abilities, and his is we gain a ton of potency, 80% potency for all our First Order allies, and minus 20% tenacity against all his starting ships. So it's basically 80% and 20% is 100% difference. And especially when the opponent has a Hound's Tooth, we like that because that allows us to land debuffs early on. I use this U-Wing here, Cassian's U-Wing. The reinforced strips off all the buffs, and then I can use an assist and get to those sneaky Anakins. Plo is in here to gain banners back. And then lately I've been using the TIE Bomber as a reinforcement in some cases. And this really works surprisingly well in my First Order fleet because I don't have that much target lock, but I do have a couple sources of target lock. And, you know, if I can get target lock out, then that's pretty good. There's some cases where, you know, just using his fire and putting fire all over everybody is really good. So that's how I do my arena climb. Of course, I can't afford to give all these ships to the First Order fleet for the Grand Arena, but it's an extremely offensive build. We put the missile on Anakin first so that he can't gain any turn meter. We stun him and take his life down, and that way the capital ship's first ability will be the support, whatever it's called. I can't remember. Let's see, what do we want to do here? I think we're just going to go ahead and pass a turn over here and take a big hit on this. Alright, so he applied the unending loyalty to Anakin's ship again. So, alright, some reason I got out of order with got out of sequence, which is not good, but you know, maybe we can salvage it. So I'll target Anakin, I'll bring in Anakin's ship, and we'll see if we can stop him from getting the... Nope. I was at least going to try to stop him from getting the stealth buff, but it didn't work. Alright, so now we can steal turn meter here. Let's just try to take him out. Anakin's got the missile on him, so I don't have to worry about the extra turn meter. We'll just start hitting over here. Ideally, we want to take Anakin out first, but my turn order got a little off and I got stuck behind a taunt. We should still be able to salvage this. That was a big hit. From him, not from me. Alright, there we go. We're getting there. Still got the days on, so all we can do is just get protection back. Now he's got the Hound's Tooth. We don't really care about that too much. Dodged. Alright, we're going to bring in Plo, strip off some of these debuffs, give ourselves some turn meter. And then we're going to do that again. Big hit. Got the damage ramped up pretty good on this TIE silencer, so even a Hound's Tooth doesn't pose much of a threat at this point. Yeah, just clear it off and put the missile on to finish it off, and we're done. Alright. Let's go catch up on chat. Oh, wow. I'm way behind on chat. Love the chill stream. Best way to forget that Belgium lost yesterday at the Euro 2020 for me. Mad Croc. Oh, man. Belgium lost, huh? Yeah. Why the 15K crystals? Why not? I don't know what that question is. So this is my main account, right? So my main account, I buy crystals. So, yeah, I've got lots of crystals. Use them for accelerating my farms on certain characters or for buying certain pieces of gear. So yeah, it helps me keep the account going. No fleet relics besides JKA and Ahsoka, says Tim. JKA. You've got Jedi Knight Anakin ship at relic level. Okay. Well, Tim, I'm curious though, because you got really good geos, right? You got your Tarkin built up. If you're just waiting on your malevolence, if it's close, then just wait on that. If it's not, then you can need 10 shards for both ETA and Houndstooth for 7 stars. Oh well, you'll get that soon. Those two things should probably pop you back up into the top 5, I would hope. The other thing I'll ask, Tim, have you joined a fleet chat? Have they in any way, anybody reached out to you? Do you know if there's a fleet chat going? Because if there is, and there's certain teams that you can't beat at the top, sometimes people are willing to put 1 or 2 ships that are less powerful up top just to help people be able to score during their payout, as long as your payout's, of course, different than his payout. That's obviously got to be a thing. You don't want to ask a guy to step aside on his payout. All right, we'll just take this one. Take this fight. No fleet chat. No one has ever asked or invited me to one. Yeah, in squad it's so easy because you can just invite somebody to chat. In fleet, you really don't have the ability to get a hold of that. I don't know why they don't make that easier for fleets. Alright, let's do that. Let's target this Yoda again. Alright, just do damage to everybody. Get some Jolie Bindo over here. Put some armor shred on him. Prevent the Yoda from coming back. Get over here on Bastila. Alright, so with troopers, one of the things you'll run into on troopers when you're fighting, these guys all have 100% turn meter. So I've got 1, 2, 3 attacks. The next attack is going to kill Bastila. I'll get a ton of turn meter out of that. So what you can do is you can target a different character, take a couple turns with a couple different characters, then go back to the one that you're going to kill, get your turn meter going, and that allows you to really run the turn meter train. So if you have confidence in how much damage your troopers are going to do, you can work your way through a team, keep your turn meter train going, and take down some pretty big characters. That's how you kind of have to do it when you're working over here at these challenges and stuff. Sometimes you have to work on one character, then circle back around. I got box 8 this time. Just don't have enough stuff to get to box 9. I don't know how you guys are doing with your accounts, but I get box 7 and 8 out of this thing all the time. I struggle to get box any higher than... I got box 10 like a couple challenges ago, like 1 week ago. I got box 10. That was pretty impressive. But I don't usually do that great. Just because I don't have all the special stuff, They want you to have clones and all that crazy stuff. So just I just don't have first order. I've got a couple characters, but I can't get very high up doing that. All right, we'll launch this battle here, and then while it's on auto, I can catch up on chat again. So the Sith Eternal team is interesting. It can beat a lot of stuff. For Grand Arena, it's playing it this way. It's certainly not going to be high banners because everything dies except C. But if I can use this to reliably counter SLKRs and know that I'm going to get the win. That's good enough for me. So yeah, we just get these guys going. The armor puts the armor onto the Sith Eternal, and then we just auto it from there. Alright, let's catch up on chat. Super chat over here. Hashtagger says, I have all the felts, but but my love for Rebel Fleet. I just Relic 4 Biston's ship. Should I take them to Relic 5? Home 1 is Relic 7, and I kind of want to take it to R8. I think if you've got Relic 4 on Biston's ship and Relic 7 on Home 1, I don't know that Relic 8's going to help you beyond that. I mean, the Rebel Fleet is just... Yeah, I mean... Once you've got the Rebel Fleet to Relics, I don't think there's a speed trigger at Relic 8 for the Home 1 ship that makes it worth doing Relic 8. I mean, if you just want to have Akbar at Relic 8, you can do that. But unless somebody else in chat knows differently, I don't think... Because if the speed went up enough that you went before the Negotiator, then it would definitely be worth it. But I don't think that's the case. You can take a look here in a second. Alright, let's go back and check. Evan Bob SquarePants is in the house. Ha, cool. Nice. Should I Relic Stark to 5 for the C pit, or should I just take him to Relic 3 for the C requirements? I take my guys to Relic 5. I mean, just generically, I think that's a good place to position your characters. It does cost you something in Grand Arena matchups, because taking things to Relic 4 and Relic 5 does give quite a bit of galactic power. So if you're watching your galactic power for purposes of Grand Arena, then leave them at 3. If you want to participate in the Rancor raid, then pop him up to Relic 5. The troopers all hit harder at Relic 5. There's a noticeable difference in the damage output between Relic 3 and Relic 5. So it's worth it for the damage, it's worth it for the Rancor. The only reason you would want to leave them at 3 is if you really don't want that galactic power in your account right now. That's what I would say. Alright. I love the Imperial TIE Bomber. Nice. What phase of Heroic Sith Raid would Imperial Troopers work best in? I saw a video yesterday of them clearing P3 and Traya never got a turn. So they can do well, I think, also in the Scion. They do better in the Traya because you get the lightsabers that you can kill and drive turn meter and go crazy with the troopers. In the Scion event, you only get, the few guys that surround Scion to do, and he doesn't summon them like Traya summons the lightsabers all the time. So they're not as good in the Scion phase. They're very good in the Traya phase. If you bring ranged trooper in the Traya phase, be careful, because if you start pulling too many assists, it does start to hurt after a while. But yeah, if you're not doing a crazy amount of assists, there's enough protection back. If you bring in ranged trooper, you should be able to get enough protection back that it doesn't really make that much of a difference when you do the assists. But yeah, that's their best phase in the Heroic Sith Raid. And they do pretty good. I mean, if you've been through the Traya phase and you've built up a bunch of stacks, I think the stacks carry over to the next round in the raid. And you can do some good damage early on in the last round too, right? I haven't used them over there in a long time. All right. Nick Wilson, Choco Butternuts. I'm following the beginner's guide on my way to level 60, but I'm really considering buying the Hyperdrive bundle. Should I continue or just make a new one? You can buy the Hyperdrive bundle anytime. Actually, you know, leveling some characters up and going to level 60 before your hyperdrive isn't a horrible idea. If you buy the hyperdrive bundle, it immediately puts you at 85 with no mods. If you've at least leveled up to 60 before you got your fleet shard, then you know, you've spent some time in the account and you may actually be ahead of other people that use the hyperdrive bundle. No, if you want to buy the hyperdrive bundle, I would buy it anytime. If you've already hit 85 and you say, oh man, I think I want to buy the hyperdrive bundle, it really is the best gear pack in the game. And I think that's how I've decided to look at it. And you know, you get all these characters, you get all the ships, but to me, that's okay. It really, if you're going for like SLKR or even SEE as a galactic legend, buying this hyperdrive bundle, getting all these characters really puts you ahead. Really puts you ahead. But these resources, I mean, this makes the hyperdrive bundle worth it. So even if you had all the characters and ships and didn't get anything from that, this amount of resources that you get here, you know, you get 100 of each Cairo, you get the stun cuffs, stun guns, all this gear that you need, Carbantes here, Mark IV back to gel, 200 of them. So you just get acres and acres of gear, and then a bunch of stuff here. And like I said, even if you've got all this stuff, that just goes to the scavenger for relic pieces. So yeah, I think overall the hyperdrive bundle is really the most efficient dollar for gear purchase that you can make in the game. Nothing wrong with it. Okay, we've got 2 negotiators and a malevolence up here at the top. Yikes. Who's in number 3? This guy's, I think, full relic fleet for rebels too, right? Oh boy. Oh dear me. I don't know what I can do against this. We'll have a look at it with the negotiator fleet here. Let's see. Do Sunfac. And we'll reinforce with these 3. See if we can get it. I don't think we can, but we'll try. Okay. Andre says, hello DL, I'm missing no. I'm 5 shards away from my negotiator. Next time we fight will be more fun. Nice. Nice. Well, congrats, man. I'm glad you got that. Let's just go ahead and do that. Put the buff immunity on him. Slow things down for a second. I'm going to target him for the breach. I should not have done that. I know better than that. Yikes. I gotta throw off my first turn with the Houndstooth so that I don't get the buff immunity on me. Oh boy, I already messed this up. Alright, well, let's just see if we can get some dazes over here and see if we can. Okay, let's bring in Plo right away, get rid of all these buzz droids. Give ourselves some turn meter. Just keep working on this super annoying hyena bomber. It's got 14 billion hit points. Took a big hit from that spy there too. Yikes. Alright, well, let's just keep try to keep the Houndstooth going here for a little longer. Alright, well, that's all we can do. Let's get our Ahsoka in here. We've got enough taunts already right now. And we'll take this guy out for now. It'll get resummoned. but I don't care too much. I am gonna keep working on the hyena bomber because that's the guy that we've really got to get killed for this to work at all. Alright, well, can't get to him. Alright, here's the alt. Raphael says, hello, thanks for the beginner's guides, especially for the mod clinics. Yeah. Great, no problem. Happy to help. Those mod clinics, I really didn't think people were going to like those mod clinics as much as they have, so I'm glad people are watching that and getting something out of it. Alright, we're getting down to brass tacks here. I think we're okay to do this. The bomb's going to go off. I think the bomb's going to kill him at this point. I hope the bomb's going to kill him at this point. Inspire some taunt over here. Alright. Alright. We got lots of ships and he's got not many ships. Sometimes against malevolence that doesn't mean much, but we're getting there. We're working our way through it. Okay. Alright. We did it. Yay. Alright, let's catch up on chat over here. We gotta get back to squad arena. Slacking over here. Looks like Denmark is winning their match today. In the Heroic Sith Raid video, I saw the dude carried like 200 stacks from Phase 3 into Phase 4. Yeah. Yep. Daniel asks, how long have I been playing? I've only been playing this game for about 1.5 years. I started in October of 19. I think that's right, yeah. October of 19. And, no. Yeah, hang on. So I played all of 2020, right. So I've been playing about 1.5 years. About 1.5 years on my main account. And then right about 1 year after I started my main account, I started my alt account. And that's been going for like 7 months now. Hey Loquitur, I'm in a 230 million galactic power guild that is not very active, doing less than 20k tickets a day, but does both GOTB. Should I prioritize getting Get To or Raid gear by looking into a more active guild? So, Lord Czar, this depends on you. So I've always told people, find a guild that matches your style. And I know some people are super chill and they're just like, hey, it's a game, it's whatever, I don't care. And they don't want to have to get 600 tickets every day. And so a guild like that appeals to them. But if you're getting all of your tickets every day and you want that and you want to, take advantage of maximum amount of Get To and all the raids you can and all that stuff, then by all means, switch guilds. Find a guild that has ticket rules, that's asking players for 500, 600 tickets a day, and enforcing that, and you'll be happier with that because that's going to match your style of play. You're trying to do well, and you want to be in a guild that's trying to do well. So that's the thing. And I stayed in a guild like that for a long time because there were friendly guys, and it was good. It was fun. I didn't really want to change guilds. I felt some kind of loyalty to that guild that I was in. And, I stayed with them for like 10 months or something like that. Looking back on it, I was literally in a guild exactly like what you're talking about. And I wish that I had much sooner upgraded to a guild with rules and try hard. And because, because I think again, I think you got to match your own style, and if you want that, you need to be in a guild that wants that too, and you'll be happier. I just unlocked the finalizer like 3 days ago and got me up to rank 2 in Fleet Arena. Should I keep building the required ships, or should I just buy the shards next time it comes around? So, Luca, if you want to accelerate your SLKR for some reason, then yeah, buy the shards. But honestly, so here's the deal. There's 2 reasons to buy shards. The first reason is because you don't want to build the fleet in the first place. Once you've already built the requirements, if you're doing the event, then the only reason becomes if you want to go faster. So if you don't want to wait for the required number of events to get to 5 stars. I bought the finalizer all the way to 7 stars because at that point in the game, I didn't, like we just talked about with the guild, I didn't have that good of a guild. I didn't have a get-to ship, and I needed something that could beat the get-to ships. So I bought crystals to take the finalizer all the way to 7 stars. I've been using that as my main fleet ever since, and I don't regret it. It does what needs to be done. It can do what must be done. 291 on this Vader. Yikes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 8, 48. That Vader's too fast. We're not getting that. A Padme team. Clone Trooper team. How fast is this Rex? I think that's not fast enough, right? We're going to try it just for funsies. Let's get in there and see what we can do. Oh, he's faster than me. No good. Leave my snow trooper alone, boys. Or not. Alright, let's do this. Let's just do this to get this off of 5 and deal with the counterattacks. Yeah, we're gonna target Shock T, vacuum the turn meter, see if we can kill her. Alright, there we go. Now we're gonna put armor shred on 5s. Mass assist on him. Not enough sauce. Alright, Rex has got to go now. Echo. Was Echo a relic? Was Echo the other relic that he had? I think so. I think I messed up the turn order right here at the end. Alright, Piet. Come on. Massive counterattacks. Nope. Not enough. Not enough. Alright, I started playing about October 2019 too, and you have a much better account than me. For someone who's only been playing less than two years, you make the game look easy. So Grandma Mod's giving away my secrets and says, don't be fooled, I've been online gaming for years, just different games. Yeah, so that's really a lot to say, you know, when some people come into the game and they, oh, there's Geos, I could do Geos. I'll have to look for them next time. So when some people come into the game, they don't understand the value of mods. I've played enough of these online games, Summoner's War, Raid Shadow Legends, games like that. They all have the same kind of a thing. So you come into Galaxy of Heroes and you're like, okay, this mod system is exactly the rune system. It's exactly the gear system. I mean, we know what it is. So yeah, that definitely gives me a leg up in figuring out how to play. But I would say the thing that puts me over the top, if anybody looks at my account and thinks, man, that's really a good account for how old for how old this account is. It really goes back to my Relic videos and my gear guides. And the fact that, I spent a lot of time calculating out what I think are the absolute best vectors in the game for acquiring gear, relicing characters, and that has allowed me to again and again just relic at a very fast pace and get what I want on shorter timelines than I think the average player probably would have. I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging too much, but it really doesn't come down to any special thing. It just comes down to math. And I'm saying it that way because I think that anybody who watches my guides and, can figure out and understand what I'm talking about with farming, the best node that you can farm for any given piece of gear, the things that I talk about in that video. Once you can figure that out, you can get the account to the same level that I've gotten mine to. Just as easy. The secrets are there. They're all there. There's no secrets left. That's the way to get to that annoying little Anakin ship. Alright, we've still got ability block on this Houndstooth, so I don't need to go after him quite yet. I want to get my foresight up right at the right time. So here's what we're going to do. We did a basic attack there. 5's attacked. Now it's back to my turn. I can do this, kill him, get foresight. When the enemy capital ship goes, it won't be able to put daze on my silencer. And that's winning. Alright, let's just let's put him under stealth to get rid of the offense down buff. Pull the assist over here. Ahsoka comes in and dies before she gets to do anything. Poor Ahsoka. And we'll just call this guy in because he can't be dodged. Not quite enough. Alright, there we go. Alright. Darth Loquitur in his leisure Sith robes. Now this is a shirt. It's got like one of those imprints on it, like really old cloth, like some kind of knight's tabard or something like that. It's pretty cool. I like it. I've had to garner a selection of shirts which are not green. I have to tell that story again for anybody who hasn't heard that story. It's hilarious. I went shopping for some shirts. And I got greeted by that super helpful person at the front of the store, and they're like, "Hello, welcome to the store today, sir. How can I help you? What are you looking for?" And I said, "Buying some shirts." And the person said, "Oh, well, is there any particular type of shirt you want?" And I said, in my typical deadpan Darth Loquitur style, I said, "Shirts which are not green." "Oh, well, you don't like green? Can I ask why you don't want green?" And I said, "Because it makes me invisible when I'm on camera." And the guy just had this expression like, "Okay." And he had enough and he walked away. I mean, it was just straight up truth, but this guy thinks that I'm trolling him. Like, I'll take any shirt that's not green because it makes me invisible. And he's thinking like, this guy's just messing with me. I wish I had it on video camera. His expression was priceless. I mean, people are wearing masks, so you really can't tell that much. But, you can kind of see that he's got this big smile, and then his smile just kind of the mask drops, Funny stuff. So, yeah, this is a shirt which is not green. Is Stark's Zeta a priority for troopers or just Piet and Veers? Stark's Zeta is not a priority. Once you start getting up in into higher levels in Conquest, and they have remove turn meter feats and stuff like that. That Zeta is super handy for doing remove turn meter feats and things. But it's not required. You really need Piets and you really need Veers to make the trooper team run. Alright. I'm done with fleets over here, right? Alright, it's awesome when you finally get a 200 plus million galactic power guild that has no ticket rules, but everyone is super active. Nick, if you've got a guild that's like that and everybody just gets them anyway, that's awesome. That's great. Gareth says, hey DL, I have a SLKR, Darth Revan team, and Padme. Thinking about the next big project in light of JMK, would you still go for C as your next galactic legend? Balance may be better, so gas into JMK or JKL or JML. So you have SLKR, Revan teams, and Padme. Gareth, the Kenobi is gated behind that Relic 7 watt Tambor. So right now, the way I look at it, if you have the SLKR and you could get the Kenobi next, I think that would be your best next play. But you do need the 7-star Negotiator, you need Relic 8 on a few characters, and you need that Relic 7 watt Tambor. So that's it. It's just a matter of, can I get to those things? If you can get to those things, then that would be a great next galactic legend. If those things are a ways off but achievable, then like you said, go gas into Kenobi, and then you can circle back around for the Luke and potentially go with the Jedi Master Luke. So yeah, I think Kenobi would be your best second galactic legend if you can get to him, and if not, then JML definitely is going to be good. And remember, with JML, even if you could say, well, you know, he's not the best galactic legend, whatever you want to say, the truth is the game is always going to be making more Jedi. So because there's going to continue to be more Jedi, it means that you will continue to improve JML no matter what. He will continue to get better. Alright, I started an account at the end of 2018 and you have a much better account. I've only been playing since the end of last year. I've only been playing seriously. Yeah. Yeah, my first like 4 or 5 months. I mean, I went after mods right away. I did a lot of things right in that sense. But I did try to build a very big account. Because in a lot of the other games that I've played, really, you just go after all the characters because the more stuff you have, the more things you can do in the game. And it took me a while to understand that I really liked Grand Arena, and I was being punished in Grand Arena for how I built my account. I mean, no other account mode really cares about your galactic power except Grand Arena. So in that regard, I mean, I didn't do anything horrible or unfixable. But yeah, it's certainly the case that if you want to do well in Grand Arena, you can't just explode your galactic power like I did and try to find every ship in the game. And so yeah, that's the reason for a lot of my galactic powers. I went crazy with things that I didn't need. If I had focused like I should have on my account, it would probably only be about 4 million. Maybe 4.5. Certainly wouldn't be 5.2. I can't go for first spot, so if anybody saw that I picked second spot instead of first spot, that Zlatan Tintin has the same payout time that I do. So he climbed before me and got the first spot, so I just gotta leave him there and take second. All right. Let's see. By the way, it literally shows in the top right corner when you mark Echo if he's Relic or not. Yeah. Uh, Danail. Danail. Danal. Danail. So, I'm telling you guys, when you're playing the game and talking, it is really distracting. It can really be distracting trying to doing both things. So like simple things that normally you would or wouldn't make mistakes on, you get clicking buttons and you're talking at the same time, and then you're like, why did I do that? So I don't know, but yeah, that trooper battle was just a matter of me clicking too many buttons. Alright, we'll play another fleet battle over here, and then we'll circle back around to Loquitur and see if we can get better placement. So we can put the missile on him. This is a super annoying starting lineup. We'll hit that. Now we're going to hit Rex. And then we're going to refresh. Ah, he went too fast. He went too fast. His capital ship went before my shuttle ever got to go. That's ridiculous. Alright, well, we'll just have to play it out this way then. There's sometimes in this matchup where I can get around to Rex, and I can actually kill Rex 100% before he gets to go or anything. Alright, bringing Cassian's U-Wing will strip off all these buffs. That puts Anakin out in the open, and we can finish Anakin off. Now we've got super annoying stuff to deal with still. So this lineup with the Rex and the BTLB, it's a huge threat. It's just a huge threat. Alright, so we're going to steal turn meter from this. We're going to try to get 3 turns with our... or 2 more turns with our silencer. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to take another basic on him. Then we're going to pass the turn meter over here, and got taunt up again. So now I'm going to get dazed. So Rex keeps putting protection on everything and keeps triggering taunts on this guy. It's super annoying. I didn't get dazed. That's weird. I resisted the daze or something over here. So that's good. If I hadn't, we'd be in trouble right now. Okay, let's give the turn meter over to him, and let's see if we can kill this 5s. Now we're actually going to kill Rex, even though Ahsoka is a huge damage threat. We're going to go after Rex. Alright. Put everybody on fire. That'll make Ahsoka use her heal ability. Just buys us more time before we have to deal with her. Now we'll stun her. Steal his turn meter. Should be it. Alright. Tim Kirkfleet Super Chat, $10. Holy cow, man. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Pizza Crust says blue screen's a thing too. You could get a blue screen. Maybe I should try a blue screen instead of this green screen. Maybe make my camera go less goofy. DL, do you have gear for Cat pre-farmed? I'll unlock her next month, and I'm starting to gear hoard after I'm finishing my current Gear 13 project. Yeah, so I'm not specifically hoarding for Cat, but I'm also not building any other characters. So right now, I'm just not clicking any buttons. I'm just letting the gear build up. I'm farming the normal gear that I would farm. I think if I get tripped up on anything, it's going to be these Mark V droid callers, because I've fallen behind in being able to get these, and this is something that I may be short on. I don't know if she uses those or how many, but that's probably where I'll get hung up on Cat. Maybe I'll have to buy some of them. I don't know. I looked at her gear the other day, and I've got you know, if that gear is right, you know, this is one of the pieces. I think she uses the same finisher as Barris, I think. So if that's the case, I'm in pretty good shape for Cat. All right, let's get back to Loquitur, see if we can do one last arena battle before we... Yeah, we're not going to be able to get top 100 today. There was geos in here somewhere. Where were those geos? Where were the... There they are, 115. We can get through the geos real quick. So Tim Kirkbleet's $10. What's an acceptable amount of get to be earning monthly? Ooh. I don't think I've ever calculated out the acceptable amount of get to. Let's see. So if we're doing 2 territory battles, then we're getting decent stars in the territory battles. That should get us about 4,000, right? 5, 6. I feel like you should be able, if you're in a good guild that's doing both GOTBs, I feel like you should be able to get something around 6,000 get to. 6,000 I would say should be like the minimum I would consider for good. Probably 8 if you're in a good guild, 10 to maybe 10 if you're in a great guild, because you could get about 4 or 5. Yeah, you could get like especially with all the special missions being done, you could probably get upwards of 10K. So I would say 6 would be the minimum I would say would be good. Okay. Pizza Crust says upwards of 10K is good. Okay, nice. Rod, Nox Eternal here. Hey Nox, how many more Relic 7s do you have, buddy? Nox had a fun account. He just, everything he reliced, he took all the way to Relic 7. I thought that was very interesting. Asked on Discord, but I'll ask here once again. Once I finish Basilishan Fallen, should I use up the freed up energy to farm gear or to finish Veers? So Nick Wilson, I've been running 4 hard nodes, and then on hard node day and every energy day, I farm extra hard nodes. So at first, I didn't really want to farm 4 hard nodes because on my main account, I've really tried to farm like a couple hard nodes and really hit the gear super hard. But with the double drops and farming 4 nodes, it's working out fine. So I would say 4 or 5 hard nodes. As soon as you finish up a hard node, start working on your next project. Like I've got Wicket down here. If you don't have a next project, if you don't know for sure what it is that you're going to be doing, Wicket and Mother Talzin are both things that you can bookmark and put on hard farm, because both of them will get you access to an event. There it is. This isn't it. Never mind. It's Endor Escalation. Just by having a 7-star Wicket, you can get 2 Zetas every month. And there's another one that just by having a 7-star, is it this? Is it the Ghost of Dathomir? But there's an event like this where if you have a 7-star Mother Talzin, you can get 2 Zeta materials. So, I mean, 2 Zeta materials isn't a reason to build a character, but like I said, you need to look ahead to your next farms. I've got Mon Mothma, Chupio that I'm going to farm a little bit more. I've got Krennic that I need to farm. So as soon as I finished up Piet, now I can start working on Mon Mothma. As soon as I finish up one of my other hard farms, if I finish up Queel or something, for example, basically as soon as I finish that hard farm, I'll roll it into another hard farm. So if you've got 4 or 5, that's good. if you were farming like 6 or 7 hard nodes and really trying to push hard to get your Revens going or something like that, and you just say, okay, I'm going to cut back to 4 or 5, that's the time to cut back. I'm passively farming the C-tune requirements, 7 stars, so when DR Malik are done, I can smoothly transition. Yeah, Nick, that's exactly it. Yep, I think you guys got it. If you're farming C, you need Veers at R3 anyway. Yep, that's true. Any tips to beat the Endurance Tier 5? I'm trying to beat it in order to 6-star the capital ship. So, the Endurance Tier 5, basically you need to have either a good enough Houndstooth or Hyena Bomber just to soak all the damage and keep your ships on the field, or you need at least 2 ships that are high enough damage to get through the opposing fleet. So like an Anakin or a Geospy or something like that that's built up enough to punch through that. Or do you, no. You have to have light side ships for that. Yeah, you have to have light side ships for that. Hang on a second. Maybe I can even look at that. I remember doing it on my main account. I don't have enough ships to have done the fleet challenge on this. So yeah, that's my remembrance of it. I had to get my I think I used Biggs Darklighter as my tank in here, but yeah, I just had to get a tank that was big enough to soak the hits and do okay, and then I was fine with that one. Whenever I get my 6th light side capital ship, I can maybe do a video on that. But yeah, this account's been going on forever, and I've never done my 6th ship. I got to do Umbran Starfighter or something. I got to do something. Got to do something. Get that going. But I have so much galactic power in ships, and I just keep investing in ships, and I gotta hold off on that, you know. I built way too much stuff already for ships. I feel like. Where's our galactic power at with ships? Yeah, 608. I'm at 600, and I've only got 800 up here. I guess 6 and 9 is the right ratio, so I'm getting close to where I want to be. So I can probably get that last ship going. Thanks, Darth Loquitur. I get between 4 and 6K. Joey says I get around 11 to 12K, getting 27 and 13. If you're getting that much, if you're getting 11 or 12K, that I'm sure that means that your guild's getting a lot of the special missions as well. I can get about 7K each month. Is that good? Yeah, I think that's good. There's a chart in Discord under resources. What's good get to earnings from TB. That's cool. Joey the Goat knows more about the Discord resources than I do. Full Imperial Troopers at R7, full droids at R7, and going for R8. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's great. I love that. Yep. I'll be farming for JKR after First Order. That's cool. Grandmaster B. Rhoda's got an interesting account that that we may be taking a look at here if I can get that up and going. I see that finisher on Dooku, saving it up for the Wakely video. Yeah, of course. Yeah, we're we're saving it up. You know, with some of these characters, I take it all the way to the last piece, and then just to make sure that there's not any duplicated pieces. So yeah, we'll get him. I don't know if I can get him all the way to Relic 6 right now. I haven't checked all my materials. So we'll get him Relic. I think we'll get him at least up to Relic 5. Relic 6 if we can get it. Piet will be the next Relic. And we're down to 1 piece of gear. He needs both sides of this Chedek comlink. So we'll get the stun cuffs. We'll get these. And that'll get him to gear 12. And then he'll be ready to start working on his gear 13. So he'll be he's next in line. It's such a relief to have this Piet at 7 stars and now be able to take him into all the events. Such a relief. I don't like force farming characters, but maybe looking back, it would have been good to force farm Piet a little bit. But it took a while, but we got there. We've got him. I'm in one of the more laid-back guilds in the Alliance that I'm in. I like it a lot, but wish I got more get to. Well, work with them. They might be willing to move you up to one of their better guilds. Lucas says I did it with Ahsoka. He's talking about the Mace Windu event, the ship event. Rod says about the gas missions. First one of its ships. How strong should my endurance be? Can it be done with the minimum, relying only on the strength of the other ships? I've heard somebody say before that they had the ship at like level 80 with like 3 on each of the skills or something like that. Not even much effort put into it, but I have never done the gas event myself, so I don't know. Somebody else in the chat is probably more qualified to say whether or not that how much effort you have to have in the endurance. Oh, Christopher Lou says it right afterwards. It's the next comment. Endurance can be minimum. All right, cool. That's cool. Rod sounds like a guy in my guild who lives and breathes clone troopers. Rod is Nox Eternal in the game, and sometimes when I do battles in my update videos, that music that you hear for the battles, Rod actually did that music. He's got a hobby in making music in addition to his talents in the game, so that's pretty cool. Still appreciate that he did that for me. All right. Rod says, in fact, I'm doing that because I'm in a guild that's much stronger. He's the bottom guy, and he's trying to get cam shards as a way to contribute. Yeah, that's cool. So Nox, man, I know for a fact that your guild leader loves you, because when I did your account review, there were some funny comments that were put in there, and I think in your review, or somewhere, there was a comment somewhere where somebody said that R7 Geos weren't that good, and I said in the review, I'm like, not everybody likes Relic 7 Geos, but I know who likes Relic 7 Geos for sure. Guild leaders like them, and Nox's guild leader commented back to that, and he said, yes I do. So I remember that. I thought that was pretty funny. All right, R6 is hold on 95 white 90. Oh, the signal data I'm solid on. I've got no issue with the signal data. We bank farm the signal data, so we've got 230, 316, and 147. So that's not going to be the problem at all. The holdup will be for Relic 6. It's whether or not I've got 2 of these. Yeah, so we'll be able to convert those, and we'll have plenty, because I think you do need Electrium conductors going from 5 to 6. And for the Erodium heat sinks, I've got 5 of these built up. I think I only need 40. I may need 60, but with 5 of them, I'll have 60. So yeah, it looks like we'll definitely get him to Relic 6. It looks like we'll have plenty of mats. Good. Rod says, your tips were essential, DL, so I could get in a great guild. They are gold, no, they're Kyber. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks, I'm glad I could help. Man, I love it when people say that I helped. It makes it feel like, we're doing something valuable over here. For anybody who doesn't know, there's a couple really cool guys that do the Escape Pod cast. They do it over on Twitch. It's more like a podcast type of a a thing than like the traditional YouTube streams. And Paul used to be a radio guy, so he does it very much in the style of a radio show. So I was a guest on there last night, talked a little bit about the channel we've got going on over here. I bragged about you guys and how awesome of a fan base we've gotten, and the guys that helped me build my Discord, and I thought that was pretty neat. It's pretty fun, but yeah, that's what it's all about, you know. It's about helping people, and hopefully along the way. And don't get me wrong, you guys have helped me a lot too. I've learned there were details in the game that I really didn't care about, right? Like I just played the game and those details weren't important to me, and it's just whatever, right? Even to the extent that some of the buffs, like the expose buff and you know, stuff like that, I know what the buff does, but you know, I don't care about the name of the buff, foresight, that stuff, but I've really had to learn and memorize a lot of kits. I've had to always be able to know what the buffs are called to do the videos. So you guys have made me learn a lot too. So that's fun. Grandma Mod says you guys have a pretty cool community. Yeah, thanks, Grandma Mod. You gotta say your specialty line. You gotta learn to yell at people. You gotta yell in this stream whenever you're here. I gotta see that out of Grandma Mod. So give me a farm your mods, boys. Clicking a recommended video was the best decision I made. I love the DL community, and when I hit 85, I'm going into GAC with confidence. Yeah, that's what we want. We want people to feel like from the start, I'm building a good account, so that they don't have to look back over their shoulders and have all kinds of regrets about what they did or what they didn't do, what they built, what they didn't build, and people can know. All right, this is what good looks like, or at least what good enough looks like, right? I had somebody told me that they were trying to keep up with my pace of relics and they just couldn't do it. And you know, what were they doing wrong? And you know, just I was able to talk them through just a couple things that they were doing that they could do differently. And you know, a guy got back to me like 2 weeks later, and he's like, I'm going to be able to relic 2 characters in the next 3 weeks, and you know, got back up over the top on it. So it's fun stuff. It's fun. I spend a lot of time answering stuff on the Discord and like talking to people one-on-one in the Discord, and I probably should be more careful with my time and spend more time building videos. So sometimes I think that I maybe spend too much time in the one-on-one stuff, but I do really enjoy it. All right, what do we got over here? 2700 negotiator. Still building negotiator out of here. So it's not really about keeping up. It's about, you know, if you're following some of the tips and tricks that I give, even if you can't keep up, or you know, feel like you're not doing quite as well as was shown on my account, you're still doing better than 95% of the other people in the game. I truly believe that. I truly believe that, because I see people all the time on stream farming stuff that I think you should never farm that. You should definitely be using your energy for something more effective. All right. F's in the chat for farm your mods. That's funny. I've just found out that my 6-star Malevolence is better than my 7-star Chimera. Yeah, Malevolence is awesome. Is it worth it to Relic 8 Grievous? So when you look at whether or not it's worth it to Relic 8 your captain of your capital ship, I don't think and again, chat, you can correct me if I'm wrong here. I don't think that many of these other stats change. Relic 8 affects your speed by like 1 or 2 points. So if you look at your speed and there's some reason why you would want to go up like 1 or 2 points on speed, you might want to Relic 8 your Grievous. But Relic 8ing Grievous for this ship is not a thing. I don't think it's a thing. The Negotiator is fast. So it's like a super fast capital ship. So once somebody Relic 8s their Kenobi, if you want to fight them with your Negotiator, you're no longer in a mirror match until you Relic 8 your Kenobi. So in terms of capital ships, Kenobi is the only one that I know of that there's a strong motivation to do the Relic 8 on. Do you have Grandmaster B. Rhoda says he's going for Negotiator first. That's cool. That's what I did. That's what I did on my Loquitur account. Do you have any tips on how to handle Padme? I've been struggling with her with my First Order teams because of the Sith Trooper assist. Yes, that is the case. You will struggle against Padme teams with First Order. So the answer is don't use First Order. You know, that's, I don't want to be mean about that, but Darth Vader can beat Padme. If you do your Merciless Massacre and you throw your lightsaber at Padme and you call her out right away, you'll win that matchup. If anybody on their team goes first and gets protection up and stops all your debuffs from Vader, that won't work. So you got to make sure, if you do a Vader counter, you really have to go first. And having Thrawn in that matchup to either fracture Kenobi or Padme is a big deal. And you know, you'll kill Padme, and then Anakin will go crazy and try to kill all your stuff. So you do have to be careful in that matchup, and if their Anakin is Relic 7 and you don't have a support team that can handle that hit, then you really do have to kill Anakin first no matter what. You have to use your Culling Blade on him. Getting Padme out of there really, you know, helps a lot, but you have to be able to either take the first hit from that Anakin, or you really have to cull him first and then deal with the team from there. So if you can do that, cull him, fracture Kenobi, then, I mean, the Padme team isn't that hard to deal with Vader. All right, Pizza Crust says, Relic 8 General Kenobi is worth it, pretty much required now. Top of my fleet shard is all Relic 8s, and if you're behind, you're compromising your ability to climb. Yeah, exactly. So Kenobi, there's a reason to Relic 8 Kenobi. What about GG? Okay, so he says Relic 8 Grievous is a luxury. He already hits hard at R7, and Malevolence speed doesn't matter. Yeah, okay, so he's confirming basically what I thought. Nick Wilson says, Lucas, kill JKA first. Yep. Ninja Slide says, do you think that Negotiator is the route to go now since you can get it quicker than the Malevolence currently? I do not. I do not. I stand by. So there's two ways to play the early game, and neither one of them is really wrong, okay? So the way I played it, I did a Geo fleet, and then I leapfrogged the Geo fleet with the Negotiator fleet. So by doing that, I get myself a fleet that I know is already a powerhouse, and then I back it up with a second powerhouse fleet. But if you're going the Geos into the Malevolence instead, it's more efficient. Because where I had to farm this Bosk plus Hound's Tooth, instead, those two nodes, you could be farming both the Vulture Droid and the Hyena Bomber. So the fact that you can farm two ships for that route and go straight into Malevolence, and then in Arena, what I've advised people to do for Grand Arena is to build the IG-2000, because I think the IG-2000 is a good ship. in and of itself. I think it's a good ship. This character is easy to get. The ship is not hard to get. It's a droid, so it has some synergy with the Malevolence. And you can use these 3 as your starting 3, and you can have the Geos on offense. If you really don't want to build the IG, you can just split up your Geos, use that traditional starting 3 of the Hyena Bomber, Vulture Droid, and Sunfac with your Malevolence, put that on defense, take your Spy, Soldier, and then whatever other good ships you have on offense, as long as you can kill the enemy's Houndstooth. So I think that the Malevolence fleet first is just more efficient. Now, would I suggest to people go build a Negotiator fleet because it looks like now the Negotiator is going to be in shipments? You can accelerate that out of shipments now. Where is he? There it is. Right, you can accelerate that out of but 1,200 is a lot. That's 12 Cantina refreshes. That's 3 a day for 4 days. That's signal data. That is a lot of crystals that you're giving up. If you're free to play, giving up 1,200 crystals to get this isn't worth it. In terms of the crystal expenditure, it's only worth it in terms of time. So if you're 10 shards away from unlocking and you have to wait a long time before you would be able to unlock it, and you just want to click this button and get your Negotiator 3 weeks early, there's a motivation then for doing that. But would I recommend the Negotiator over the Malevolence simply because you could buy it out of the shop? Nope. I'm never going to recommend that somebody buys this out of the shop because it doesn't meet my efficiency requirements. I'm also never going to tell anybody not to buy it because that's your decision. You know, you got to decide what's best for you and best for your account, and if speeding things up for 1,200 crystals makes sense to you, then do it. That's what we're all about. You know, we're about empowering people to make good choices, and so that's it. That's it. It's not a bad thing to do, but it's not something that I would put into a recommendation or a guide and tell people that they should spend 1,200 crystals that way. All right, we still got some fleet battles that we need to do on the main account. We have one. I got to check this guy's payout time and make sure that I'm not overlapping payouts or something. All right. Nope, doesn't look like it. Looks like we're good. Good to go. This Ahsoka variation is actually pretty tough for my finalizer fleet. I wouldn't say this is the best variation of the starting 3 for the Negotiator fleet, but against my particular setup and the way that I do it, this actually has a chance to. Oh, and we missed the stun on Houndstooth, so that's rough. All right, we got to get a ability block on him as soon as we can. All right, we made it. We got it. Strip that unending loyalty. Make her use the protection up, and then we'll strip everything off. Get to this Anakin, pick him off. All right, now we got to deal with this. So let's see. Let's steal turn meter first. We'll do a big hit. We're not going to get to that Houndstooth. I need to get this Houndstooth stunned or something because now he's going to get his taunt. I really don't want him to get his taunt. Nothing I can do about it, though. All right, well, get your taunt, buddy. Get your taunt. That'll cost us our ability to get foresight, and we'll get dazed here. Oh, man. Let's just get some protection back. I don't think this kills him. Oh, it does. Okay. That's good. Let's get target lock. Or not. He's got his next reinforcement. We're going to clear the days off of our guy. Stun this Ahsoka. Steal turn meter here. Try to finish off the Ahsoka. Calling this Plo. Get some turn meter ramped up. Yeah, let's just hand it over here and try to get a big hit and kill him in one shot. Not enough, not enough. We'll take that. We'll go back to the back and try to get him out of here before he gets protection up for some reason. Get him. Take him out. Alright. That should be it. Good enough is good enough. Oh, I didn't have the screen changed. Wrong screen. Great podcast. All right. Well, sorry about that, guys. I've been switching screens a lot. I did okay up to this point. Missed it at the end. All right. That's the last battle I needed to do for fleets. We've secured our placement. We can go back and look. I'll tell you what I did, guys. So I've got 2 screens up and running, and it helps me that I can see the stream. But when I checked to see if that guy was on the fleet shard, so that I didn't knock him out if it was his payout, I overlapped the stream. It's over the top of the stream, so I didn't see that I was on the wrong screen. Whatever. Embarrassing. All right. Well, I don't have much else to go over. Figured I would just chat with you guys while I was working on my arena stuff, because I got to do it anyway. What else do we got? It's like the interactive GAC when the opponent couldn't share the screen. Just did mods for the week. 20 speed mods. Nice. Grandmaster B. Rhoda says 24k get to at level 79. That's a good guild. I hit the jackpot. He says, yeah, that's great. I'm telling you guys, you can all hit the jackpot. The jackpots are out there. I'm gonna say it again. For anybody who's listening, anybody who watches this video later, please, guys. Guilds are in a position right now where there's a bit of a transition going on for a lot of guilds. They're trying to figure out, what are we going to do? How are we going to get Rancor? Because people want that now. People want the heroic Rancor. Or the challenge to your Rancor. Wat Tambor shards really became a thing because Kenobi requires a Relic 7 Wat Tambor. So a lot of guilds now are like setting things up and saying, look, guys, you got to have Wat Tambor shards by a certain date. And that's, try hard. There's some guilds that are pressuring people to get their geos up and running. There's some guys who just aren't doing it, and they're getting kicked out of the guilds. So what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling, is there's a lot of guilds out there in that 250 million galactic power range that are trying to get 35, 40 Wat Tambor shards. They're trying to get people set up for heroic Rancor. And if you've got a decent account and you tell these guys, I'm building my geos, I'm building this cam team, you can get into an amazing guild just by promising them 600 tickets, a Wat Tambor shard, and that you're serious about building, at least 2 teams for the challenge to your Rancor. What else is a guild going to ask for? Nothing. I get my tickets, I get my Wat Tambor shard. I'm going to build the clone team for Kiadi Mundi shards and for the Rancor. You're in. You're in any guild you want. Even if you don't have those teams, if you say, look, it's going to take me 5 months to build up these teams, and the guild leader is going to say, Guarantee me that you're working on those teams. Yep, done. You're in. You know, I'm telling you guys, it's if you put in the work, and let's say you don't want to build the clone team, that's not in your plan at all. You're going SLKR instead. It's the same thing, right? I got my Geos. I'm working on my SLKR. I'm going to have an excellent team. I've got Vader. I've got Padme. I've got, you know, whatever. And you'll get in. Just make more applications. You know, I would tell anybody with a decent account that's focused, that knows what they're doing, or has watched my channel at all and got the gist of what we're talking about, put in 10 applications, you will get into a guild. I would almost put money on it. I'd almost put a free t-shirt on it. Now I'll get baited into doing that. But yeah, I mean, you can get recruited into a great guild just by taking the time. Taking the time to do it. I can't hit territory wars, but I help with the counters, stay active in the guild, and have fun. Absolutely. So in our how to be a good guild member video, the number one thing that we said is don't be invisible. So if you look at Darth Loquitur as far as the guild that I'm in, right? Rebel Alliance Cadre. Okay? So this guild, I am by far the lowest galactic power player in the guild. And I think they just took me on because they were trying to help, you know, some newer players, and I don't know, it looked like I was building a good account and felt nice. But if you go look at the guild, right, like I'm not pulling my weight in territory wars and stuff like that, but I can still throw down a defense somewhere. You know, I can still get in here and play, but I'll be number 48. Don't disappear in the chat. Get over on the Discord, talk to people. Don't be invisible, you know. I'm getting number 48, but I just have this feeling like if they ever want to kick somebody out of the guild, they're not going to kick me out. I'm over there, I'm talking, they know who I am, I get my 600 tickets. If they say, yeah, we're carving a few people out of the guild, they've done that a couple times already. And even though I'm like almost their lowest contributor in terms of like territory wars and stuff, there's no problem. I feel zero risk. I don't know if I'm explaining that well, but I can't stress enough the importance of being part of the guild and just telling a Star Wars joke over in the channel every now and then. Somebody unlocks a galactic legend, you know, be that guy who just jumps in and says, hey, grats, man, I'm glad you finally got that. Or, you know, cool, now we have more defense for territory wars. Just drop comments, say nice things to people so that they know who you are. Knox says, I'm in a 3.7 million. I'm in a 3.7 GP. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm at 3.7 and got into a 300 million GP because of my roster. I'm benefiting a lot, but I can help a lot even being the bottom guy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you're building teams that help the guild, and well, and you're a fun person too. That helps a lot. 1.1 alt got into 180 million guild. That's good. Where do I apply for a better guild, says Ninja Slide. So over on the Loquitur Discord, we don't have an area to apply for a guild over there because other people have already done just an excellent job of setting that up. There's a resource over there that's linked. Just go over to the Discord, get in there, and join that Discord and sign up, and then you'll be able to see all kinds of guilds looking for people. You'll be able to make applications, and some guilds aren't even advertising, but once you're on there as a player looking for a guild, they'll find you and send you a message and say, hey, are you looking for a guild, and whatever. So yeah, if you spend 2 weeks over there, for sure you'll upgrade your guild, for sure. Just get a hold of that resource and get on over there. All right. I got rejected 9 times, says Joey the Goat, and kept applying without lowering my expectations. Got into a great guild, and people got to learn not to get discouraged. Joey, that's exactly right. Who cares about the 9 no's? Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the 9 people that said no. One person said yes, and you're good. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. 31 Dark Side Geostars. That's nice. Main gets 28. Yeah, I think the Loquitur guild got 30. We got 30 stars on our last TB. All right. Grandmaster B. Rhoda says he's 414k GP and he's in a 320 guild. That's awesome. Yeah, that's phenomenal. But I'm telling you guys, there's guilds out there that are like that. They're looking to fill a slot, and if they can help a new player, you know, somebody who looks like they know what they're doing and they seem like a cool person, you'll get something. You'll get something. Yep. Moose Man is late. What's up, everyone? Just chilling. Chilling out. A guild's culture can make or break it. I'm in a great guild on my main account. No pressure, no forced farms. The guild asks, we choose to contribute. If it fits your personality to be in a guild like that would drive me crazy. Because the first time people didn't get their tickets, I'd be like, get your tickets, come on. Do one energy refresh and get your stupid tickets. So I need to be in a guild that has those requirements because I just expect people to do that, and I want the guild to expect it too. I finally got a good run with my clones in Heroic Sith Raid. Oh, that's nice, Arva. Ollie says Grandmaster B wrote it. Doesn't sound legal. Joey the Goat says Loquitur's guild is doing better than Allura's guild. It is. It is. My alt account is, in some cases, getting better scores than my main. Yeah, my main got 29 and my alt got 30. It's pretty cool. We have a 400 tick requirement, but everybody pretty much hits 600. That's cool. Arva wants to get 70 million damage in the Heroic Sith Raid with clones. Arva, you have to wait through the Nihilist phase, though, right? If you bring in clones and Nihilist, you can only do it like right at the end of the phase. Is that correct? They do fine through Scion and Treya, I'm pretty sure. But I think you can't use them against Nihilist, if I remember correctly. Is the Allura account going to go on a guild search soon now that you see how the Loquitur account guild does? So here's the thing. The next big upgrade for Allura account, my mods are good but not good enough. And if I get into the next level account, I'm probably going to have to do a lot more mod swapping. And honestly, from where I'm at right now, I just don't have the time. I don't have the time to do mod swapping for territory wars and territory battles and stuff like that. So I'm in a position where I'm fine with the guild that my main is in. I'm getting plenty of get currency and super cool people in the guild, and we're trying to go for Rancor, and I would like to be a part of us getting to the challenge tier Rancor. So no, I'm settled with the guild that I'm in over there. I'm not going to reach for anything more right now. If I can get to a point where I have several teams that are modded well enough that I don't have to touch their mods for the light side territory war especially, or territory battle, then I might upgrade my guild. All comes down to mods, boys and girls. We need more mods. All right. Pizza Crust says, I aim for 60 million in the Heroic Sith. Clones phase 1. Wait out phase 2. Use clones in phase 1? And then troopers in phase 3 and 4. Not just with clones closing phase 1. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So for all of the phases together. Alright. Sith Empire in phase 2, and then Night Sister, Jedi Knight Anakin Cheese in phase 3 and 4. Alright. Well, guys, are there more questions that you want me to answer today? Because, I did my arena climbs and kind of got other stuff that I need to do. So if we don't have stuff to answer, I'm probably going to get off of here and go back to working on the next video for the Senator path. What shipload of changes do you think CG has in mind? For ships, you mean? Don't know. There's a lot of ships they could put in the game. I don't know of... Sam, what I'm trying to think is there something going on like where you could say they're going to pick a movie or a scene or a sequence and put those ships in? If that's the case, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be the, last scene in episode 9 with the fight on Exegol. So they'll have maybe a new capital ship with the destroyer, a new capital ship for the good guys, and then maybe Zori Bliss's ship and a bunch of ships like that. There was some evidence that Zori Bliss was in the game, and I think her and her ship would be interesting. So, I don't know. I don't really know what to speculate there. Probably episode 9 end fight. Or maybe they're actually going to get a Death Star raid. It would be nice to have a raid that was actually... a raid that was actually like this, but with ships. That would be pretty fun, right? To actually have a ship raid. I know people hate fleets, but I would like it. I think it'd be fun. Throw all your fleets in there trying to trying to get to the Death Star, something like that. Nabokov says we haven't had the the Dark Council conversation for the last 2 paths. Yes, we did. I got all kinds of notes from talking about the Senator path. We didn't have our final conversation on it, but we definitely did the layout for it. Yeah. Nabokov says he's alive. Probably needs a big cup of coffee. Pizza says, to be honest, I don't want a new ship meta. I'm fine with Negotiator and Malevolence. They're working on a few things. Nabokov says they're working on a few things, but expect Bad Batch this month. Nabokov says Bad Batch and their ship, which is now named. Griff says they said they don't plan new raids in the future, but it would be cool to have, and it doesn't sound like... But it doesn't sound like they will. Well, Nabokov, if you want to discuss it, I can get off the chill stream here and go chill out on Discord, and we can talk about the path. The Death Star should be a mix of fleet and non-fleet. That would be cool. That would be cool. So, like, yeah, the Death Star would be cool. So, like, the scene where they had to sneak into the Death Star, like, with Luke and disabling the, old Ben going in to disable the shield generator and them saving Leia. So there could be, like, a phase of save the princess and disable the shield generator and then, go into the final fight. It could be cool to have a raid with part phases. saying that they're not going to do any more raids, I think, is ridiculous, because so many people do that. They say, we're not going to do this. You got to remember, this game might go for another 5 years, 10 years, who knows how long. And to say that you're never going to build another raid, it seems weird, because there'll come a time when it will make sense to build another raid, I would think, given a long enough timeline. Nabokov fan says, at Arva, last time the kittens attacked you. If Lord Vader comes as a galactic legend, wouldn't it make sense to have a 501st clone Darkside? A 501st clone Darkside. I honestly think the next galactic legend won't be Lord Vader. I really don't. I think Maul. I think Metal Legs Maul is a much more likely candidate for the next galactic legend. I don't know. I don't think Lord Vader is the next one. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm missing something, but I feel like Maul's still a better candidate. Because then they can do Night Sisters, and they can do a bunch of other prerequisite characters that people will have to relic. And yeah, I think that Savage Oppress and all kinds of garbage that people don't want to have to spend money on. Maul is better in terms of a money grab anyway. On the topic of low galactic power players and high GP guilds, I'm level 75 with a new account looking to get carried. Yeah. Well, get on that, get on that tool and find yourself in a if you're level 75 and maybe you can't find a 250 guild, you can certainly find somebody that's doing like light side Hoth and dark side Geo, and stay in that for a couple months and then move on. That's what I did on a Loquitur account. I mean, at a really low level, I got into a cool guild that was willing to help people, and then once I got a little bit stabilized, I was able to upgrade by a lot. They stated they wanted to shift to different content such as Conquest that has more longevity and can be molded. It's true. It's true that, but people like raids. So on one hand, that's the content that's going to work for individual play, but the raids are guild content, and there's not other stuff like that for guilds, and people like the raids. Like right now, I mean, putting a new raid in, like Challenge to Your Rank War, that people actually have to work on and try. People complain about it, but they like it. They like the challenge. And they spend money to get it. All right. Fallen Anakin is a 5-second character. Next, we'll be seeing Vader, Galactic Legend. Maul will be a EC type character. Something to tell the story, similar to JKL, but dark side. Nah, I think No Legs Maul is the next Galactic Legend. Yeah, I think he'll probably make an appearance in Bad Batch or something like that. They'll have him woven into the storyline for Ahsoka or for Bad Batch or something somehow, and he'll show up, and that'll trigger more people to know who he is and be able to put him in the game. We need more Sith love. Stop giving Nabokov hope. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap up the stream there for the day. I got to go get me some food. I'm a very hungry Loquitur. And then, if I'll be over in the Discord. If any of the Dark Council wants to chat about the Senator path, we can do that. And appreciate you all coming out, chilling with me today in the chill stream. I really appreciate the guys that did the super chats, man. It's you guys don't have to do that, and when you do, I truly do appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. So thanks everybody for coming out. Smash that like button on the way out if you haven't already hit it, and subscribe to the channel so you can see more stuff like this in the future. Be alerted when I'm coming on with these live streams. Join us on the Discord over there. It is a great community. I think most people already have. It's a really great place to be. So come on over. Thank you all, and I'll see you in the next